What is up, Neophytes? My name's Alan, aka NeoCrypter, and welcome to something that I'm just kind of throwing out there for you guys because I'm awesome and I like doing tutorial stuff. And well, with the new game Dark and Light, by the way, if you haven't heard of this game, where have you been? It's the new fantasy survival game. Freaking amazing. You should check it out. If you like Ark, you'll probably like this game. Anyway, just released in early access the other day, and playing on the dedicated servers. Oh my god, it is. I don't want to say a nightmare because it was apparently smoother than Ark's launch as far as things go, but it is super laggy, and honestly, it drives me absolutely insane. Which is fine because there's always single player. You can play single player, but there's no problem with that. But, if you want to get together with some of your buds and play and not have to worry about, like, the whole tethering thing, because if you know, like, the multiplayer sessions you can do in Ark Survival Evolved with the tethering, people can only go so far away from the game host. Same deal applies with Dark and Light. And if you don't want to have to worry about that and you want your buds to be able to play with you and be able to go anywhere on the map they darn well choose, then you need to run a dedicated server or play on one of the official servers or, whatever. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to set up your own dedicated server running on your local machine, or if you have a spare computer laying around, you can always run it over there. I personally recommend doing that if you have the opportunity, but if not, this should work out just fine. I'm going to show you how to set it up, how to get it going, and then I'm going to show you how to restart the server without having to come back into the actual Dark and Light screen itself that I have up right here. And that way, if you reboot your computer or you have to shut down or the server's down, your friends want to get on but you don't want to play, you don't have to open up the game to launch the server. So pretty handy little trick. So stay tuned, guys. That's what's coming up. Right now, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So just like in Ark, I'm going to be using references to Ark quite a bit because it is based off the same game engine. So a lot of the exact same things apply. So go into host local here. Cool, right? They do have it broke up a little bit better they do have it broke the categories and things like that broken up way better than Ark does, in my opinion. So you have like your resource settings here. You can set your harvest amounts. By default, the sliders only go up 3, but you can say type in 110 times if you really want. So you can type in 10, so it'll be 10 times there. Harvest health. You have the respawn period. So you can adjust that to your liking. Under environment, you have maximum structures and range, just like in Ark. The day cycle speed, daytime speed, nighttime duration. You can enable the crosshair. You can show player location on map. I don't think there is an in-game map at this point, but that option is there. The only map that I have seen is when you die and respawn. But it's there. You can disable the HUD if you want to. You can go under the creatures. You can adjust your player damage, stamina loss. All the typical stuff. Allow third-person camera. In this case, you're always in third person, so that option really doesn't do much. I don't think there's a way to go into first person at the moment. I'm not sure if there is, and you know a way to get into first person, let me know, because I like third person, but there's times I want to be in first person when I'm doing things. So that'd be great. And then obviously there is, I think, going to be mod support, but there is no mods at the moment. Under system, you have your difficulty offsets, the tether distance, like I was saying, if you're running a non-dedicated session, PvE mode, enable PvP gamma, all the typical stuff there. So you come in here, you set it up to your little heart's desire. Get it just right, just the way you want it. And then you come down here, you click this Run Dedicated Server button. You type in, set your server name. We're going to call this Neophytes Delight. Yeah, why not? And then you can set up a password, which I'm going to do right here. I'm not going to tell you what it is because, honestly, I'm not going to be running this 24/7. This is for your guys' benefit. Well, I might. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, you set that up here. You hit accept, and boom, everything goes dark. And then your desktop comes up, and you have a little window that looks like that. Now, this is going to load a bunch of stuff. And I'm going to make a cut here until it's finished loading so I can show you what it looks like when it's done loading. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So we're finally loaded now. Just to warn you, it will seem probably like it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. It took about 10 minutes for this to load on my system, and just let you know. So for the record, here is the stats on my computer. So, we have the GeForce GTX 1066 gig. We have the Core i7 4771 at 3.5 gigahertz, around 3.9 turbo is what it runs at, 16 gig of RAM, which is DDR3, just to let you know. And this is not running on a SSD. So if you're running it off of an SSD, your load time will probably be significantly faster. Anyway, so on to the rest of it. Now that this is up, you have a server running. You can go into, you can open back up Dark and Light. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that so I can show you something here. As soon as it gets past this really freaking amazing loading animation, probably one of the coolest I think I've seen in a game in a long time. You can go in here to play online, choose the sacred path. We can go over here to LAN. And there you can see our server is up and running. We can join it, we can play, we can do whatever. Cool, right? So let's go ahead and get out of here and go to the next part of this. Okay, now that we're back out of the game. So, yeah, if you take a good look at this thing, like I said, it should look pretty familiar because it's very, very identical to the way an Arc dedicated server loads up. So basically what you need to do, you need to come in here. Oh, not there. Where is it? Right here. Look for the line right here that starts with query port, and then you can grab all of this. We can just grab it all the way down here to log, and then we can copy that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go into where Dark and Light is saved. So, as you know what, let me delete that so you guys can see it from the get-go. Let me close it in here and delete that. Whoops. Things just not working tonight. Sorry. Anyway, so go down, and once you open up the Dark and Light directory, again, that would be in wherever you have Steam installed, probably C program files, x86, Steam apps, Common, Dark and Light, DNL, binaries, Windows 64, or Win64 rather, is where this is. You'll come in here, right click, go down to new, create new text document. I cannot talk tonight to save my life, but hey, whatever. We're going to name this DNL server start .bat. What you name it does not matter as long as you make the extension .bat, B-A-T, Bravo Alpha Tango. And we're going to hit enter. It's going to pop this up and, saying if you change the file name extension, the file might become unusable. Are you sure that you want to change it? For the love of God, we're going to click yes. Okay. And then we're going to edit it. You can edit it in Notepad. I use Notepad++, so we have that open in here. What we're going to do is we're going to type in DNL server.exe, just like that. As you can see, it's the same as up in here, or right here rather. We're going to give it a space, and then we're going to paste in that line that we copied right there, and then we're going to save that. Now, like I said, this is a very, very, very similar to the way, well, it's exactly the same way as the Arc command line works. So in here, you can edit your password, your server password, the server name. You can go in and change pretty much anything that you could change via the command line in Arc. So, allow third-person player, server PVE true or false, crosshair, yada, 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 all that right there. So we're going to close this, though. And now, at this point, you can come back in here and you can close this window because we don't need it. It can go away. We just do not need that window anymore because we're now going to start it with our shiny new bat file, which you can do. Just double click and that will pop up. And here in just a second, that will pop up. You can't now. There is a way to edit this bat file, so this will automatically close. I can show you that here toward the tail end of this, but this is going to load up the server just like you would normally. And once it's loaded, we will hop into the server so I can show you a couple other cool things that I recently figured out after getting the game today. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to say. Now would be a good time to also right-click this and say send to desktop, create a shortcut. That way you have a shortcut to the to start the server here on your desktop, so you don't have to go through the hodgepodge of opening that folder. Hey, and I made a Peter Dinklage / Tyrion Lannister looking character. Just because it actually really does kind of look like him. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, now that you're on the server, let me show you a couple of cool things I figured out. First off, if you don't know how to bring up the console, by default, it is the plus on the numpad on your keyboard. You can go into your settings and remap that. I have remapped to the tilde, which is what I'm used to most consoles being on. But to enable admin cheats, it's just like that. Enable admin cheats, EADTV or whatever your password is. That's the crap password that I put on there for this. You can do everything like, you know, change the time of day. Let's make it 0:00. Whoop, midnight. Then let's make it. Let's put it back to 9 a.m. That works for me. Okay. So yeah, you have all the usual commands that you would be used to. You even have this one. If you're familiar with adminning a server in Ark, the admin manager is there with, you know, all the usual suspect commands here on the right hand side, and all your information on the left, and you know, all the connected players. You can control your bans, your whitelist, set your MOTD, the whole 9 yards from there. I thought that was pretty cool. I knew it was based off of this, you know, it's the same engine that Ark is using, and they have used a lot of Ark's framework. But you know, that's because this is the parent company that bought Wildcard Studios. Because if you weren't aware, Snail Games bought Wildcard. So yeah, they're utilizing a lot of Ark's technology and framework in this game. And in my opinion, that's not bad, because Ark is a pretty solid game. And the way they are utilizing it and changing things around is a really cool twist. I mean, look how vibrant. Look how vibrant the city is. There's guards, there's NPCs you can buy and sell things from, into all kinds of stuff. And the freaking landscape is amazing. I don't know what my FPS is right now. It's probably not the greatest. Let's take a look. Let's go stat space FPS. Oh, yeah. So I'm running a server, I'm recording, I have everything set to ultra at the moment, and I'm still getting, well above 30 FPS for the most part. Dipped a little bit right there. But overall, oh wow, check that out. That is freaking, that's amazing. Oh, there's a thing. There's a thing. He looks mad. We're not gonna deal with him. But anyway, you have all your usual Ark commands available. You have your K mode. It's not bound to K by default. I believe it's bound to N. I rebounded. I redid all my bindings to be very, very similar to Ark Survival Evolved in the way I have it set up, because I do customize that quite a bit. You know what? This is beautiful. I think I'm going to use this as the screenshot for this video. That is really cool looking. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to, get in the game and actually show you that it works fine. It works great. It does take a little while to load up, both as, the server itself is loading, and then the load times for the game itself takes a little while. But I suspect if you're running an SSD, that the load times will be way shorter than they are for, someone like me who is stuck in regular hard disk land. So yeah, I hope you guys found this guide useful, or whoa, a little bit of lag there, must have been a server save. I hope you guys found this tutorial useful and this information useful. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment if you have any questions about this. And yeah, oh yes, one thing I have not mentioned that you will need to do, you will obviously, for other people to connect to your server, you will need to do some port forwarding. If you don't know how to port forward, I can help you with that. I can make a video if you would like. Just let me know in the comments. B, you'll need to know your IP address to give out to your friends or whoever you want to be able to connect to your server. That part's pretty easy to figure out. If you don't know your IP address, honestly, the simplest way to get it, there's a website called ipchicken.com, and it's literally that, you know, IP and then chicken, all one word, .com. It will tell you your public IP address. You can give that to your friends. But yeah, if you need help port forwarding, let me know. I will be happy to show you how to do that. Keep in mind, it does vary a little bit from router to router. But the general practice and the general idea is very much the same. So even if we use my router for an example, I am very confident you guys will be able to figure it out. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I am getting ready to start my Let's Play. Yes, Let's Play of Dark and Light. We will also be doing a lot of streaming. I'm planning on streaming on one of the public servers, so you guys can come and join in the fun if you want, if you have the game. And then right now I'm going to be recording in single player, but there is a couple of content creator servers that I know about. One of them I've already got the information for, though it wasn't showing up on the list for me. And then Evolution Games. You guys know Evo. Evo and I are talking about setting up something to record on that's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. You guys might be able to get involved with it. Just saying. Might be a thing. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was useful. And until next time, guys, this is Neo. Or Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. And I'll see you in game. Bye.